Welcome to the definitive guide to how Facebook ads actually work. How does an ad actually work? What is a Facebook ad? We're going to dissect this down to how post IDs function, how Facebook actually measures everything that happens within that post ID and the web page you're actually promoting and not the one on your site. Plus how that actually turns into targeting so that you never need to worry about bidding models or audiences ever again. And ultimately how dynamic ads function so that you can understand why if you're not currently using dynamic ads, you are 100% not setting yourself up for success. So we're gonna dive into all of that right here, right now. Definitive guide to how Facebook ads actually work. Let's go. But first, I just want to say this. Thank you very much. I know you could be anywhere on the internet right now, and I'm going to make sure the next half hour is 100% worth your time. If you need more help, go to links.facebookdisruptor.com, sign up for everything. Don't forget to subscribe, ring that bell. Let's go. So, first thing, post IDs. So every time you make an ad, Facebook assigns that ad a post ID. Now, really what this is, that is Facebook's way of designating the file. Where is it on Facebook's website? Because your post ID is actually a web page. If you've ever noticed the post ID of your ad, it is facebook.com/ a bunch of numbers. That's your page ID. And then it'll say posts or videos or something else, and then another / and another long string of numbers. That is the post ID. Every ad you make is actually a web page. Now, what Facebook is doing when they make this web page is they are measuring the click-through rate, the bounce rate, the stickiness, the engagement rate, how likely people are to positively experience with that, and ultimately every downstream metric that you might use on CRO for your own web page and customer journey. Facebook is doing that for every single post, for every single ad that ever gets made, whether it's an organic post or not. And you have to remember, the Facebook news feed is really just a collection of these posts. The Facebook news feed is just a media-rich version of the Google search. So it is just a bunch of web pages that you can scroll through. Anytime you make any post on Instagram or Facebook, that's how it works. And the news feed is just this collation of all of these web pages. So when Facebook is looking at what happens, do people respond positively, right? Do they scroll through a carousel? Do they watch a video? Do they read an image? Do they hit like? Do they share? Do they comment? Do they read the comments section? What are people doing when you show them this web page? How likely are they to see that web page and then leave Facebook right away? How likely are they to, when they see that web page, engage in some way and then come back to Facebook potentially if they leave, or stick around on Facebook for much longer because they were shown that content? What is the correlation to a positive user experience, which is ultimately Facebook's business model, and the content that we are making, the post IDs that we are putting out? Now, Facebook is ultimately also seeing how people behave and then using that information to choose who else to show your content to. Because remember, even if it's not an ad, if it's just an organic post or maybe a Instagram reel or a TikTok or YouTube short or Pinterest idea pin, ultimately these optimized CPM environments are saying who likes this, who else is eligible to see it, and what happens if we show it to them. And then using that information of how everybody has responded, for instance, how you have responded to content over the last 10, 15 years that you've been on Facebook, what images, what videos, what words make you respond positively or negatively, what types of content, what topics of conversation do you engage with in a way that is desirable for their business model and not a liability to their business model. And based on that, they're going to show you more content that is like that, in which you are going to have a positive user experience. That's why even if two people had the exact same user experience on Facebook, followed the exact same pages, once they start to behave a little bit differently, even if it's not on Facebook, because Facebook is also seeing all of your credit card activity, all the pages that you're on outside of Facebook, all of the content, all of the things that you're doing on your phone. Because remember, you probably don't log out of the Facebook app if you have it on your phone. You're probably not logging out of the Instagram app when it's on your phone. So it's tracking everything that you're doing, all the places that you've been, and collating all of that information into the algorithm to figure out what you want to see. If those two people had everything the exact same, except they didn't live the exact same life, and maybe one person went to one building and somebody went to another website, and they traveled in different directions, they're going to see a different user experience. Even more than that, when we bring ads into the environment, once you start to stop and look at ads, click on ads, or ignore them, that environment, that user experience, that Facebook newsfeed is going to continue to evolve rapidly every time you swipe up to see a refresh on that feed. It is ultimately creating a new user experience. Now, why this is really, really important is because it ultimately breaks down into some fundamentals that we need to understand as marketing advertisers. The first of those being, if we are a liability to somebody's bottom line, in this case, Facebook's bottom line as a business owner, then we have to understand that that's not going to help us reach good people. So if your ad is very buy now, or if your ad is maybe immature, or if your ad is in some way either lacking in data or ultimately not presenting a user experience that Facebook can easily present to somebody else to give them a positive interaction and ultimately meet Facebook's business goals, then your ad is a liability to their business model, and they will charge you a higher CPM. I've been seeing a lot of conversation lately around CPMs of $50, $100. And understand that this is a direct ramification of content being made that is not something that people are responding positively to. Moreover, if you are asking Facebook to deliver you business results that it does not have the data to give you, if you're not out of the learning phase, if you're running a conversion campaign on $50 a day to sell something that's $100 and you're seeing wicked high CPMs, maybe it's because there's nobody for Facebook to know with high confidence is going to see your content positively. And as a result, the other people where Facebook does have more data, where content may have been designed to improve the estimated action rate, they're going to get higher quality impressions. So when that user is swiping, what are they going to see? And these higher quality impressions tend to come when somebody's on the edge of making a purchase, picks up their device. What is that first impression that they're seeing? How likely, if your ad gets shown only when somebody's 30 minutes into their Instagram news feed, only when somebody's 15, 20 minutes into their reels, only when somebody's been on Facebook for the 8th time today, you're getting lower quality inventory because your web page that you've made on Facebook, remember, when you're making a Facebook post, you're just basically coding a web page. That experience is less desirable for people. And I'll leave it at that. I'm gonna not throw in too many pejoratives because I'm trying to be a nicer guy. Anyway, that's something for you to think about. This is how Facebook ads actually work. Again, from the engineering team and the product team, because I was there when we built it over the last 10 years, giving feedback on hundreds of millions of dollars of spend. That's the insight I'm trying to give you today. Once again, thank you if you made it this far. Please hit like, please subscribe, please comment. Just go ahead and like the video if you made it this far. It means everything to YouTube's algorithm to tell them that you responded positively to this, so they're going to show it to more people. And if you like this too, subscribe if you're listening to it on podcast, share it with your friends, comment with any questions you have, and thank you so much. And until next time, I'll see you on the internet. Think YouTube thinks you should like some of this stuff? Go ahead and subscribe there. links.facebookdisruptor.com. Go there to find a million more resources. I'll see you later. Bye.